The Miami Heat just lost a super close game to the Milwaukee Bucks 120 to 119 on a Drew Holiday game winner and a terrible Jimmy Butler performance. This brought up a conversation within the NBA community about Jimmy Butler, his offensive limitations, and whether or not he can be the one option on a championship team and stuff like that. There's been a pattern with Jimmy this season and the games has been struggling. And this limits the ceiling of this Heat team in my opinion, and it leads to a further issue, which is the Heat half-court offense, which is also pretty concerning when it gets to the playoffs. So let's talk about Jimmy Butler's limitations, the Heat's limitations in the playoffs, and why it's important for them for Jimmy to break this pattern, which we will be talking about. Let's get into it.
They be like, what? Can you teach me how to dirty? You know why? It's all the bitches love it. All I need is a beat that's super bumpin', and for you to back it up and dump it.
Leave a like on this video and subscribe if you haven't already. I drop regular NBA content, and with the NBA season going on, this should interest you. So do subscribe to the channel and make sure you stay till the end so you don't miss anything. On to the video. The pattern I was talking about is Jimmy Butler struggles a lot against defenders with length. This has been especially frequent since Jimmy just forgot to shoot all of a sudden. In last year's playoffs, he struggled a lot to score on Giannis when the Bucks put Giannis on him as the primary defender. In 2020 in the bubble, they didn't do that and Jimmy had a better series. This season, this pattern has continued. There have been games where he struggled to score against guys like Maxi Kleber, Giannis last night, and throughout the season, he struggled a lot to score against defenders when they put length on him. He also has a lot of issues beating elite perimeter defenders who might not have a long wingspan but have great lateral quickness and can make up for it. Jimmy's primary value is getting to the rim and either finishing there or collapsing the defense and generating a good look. But when opposing players put long guys on him and guys with quick lateral quickness, his limitations are all exposed and he can't get to the rim with ease, and this highly diminishes his offensive value. This, paired with him being the best offensive player on the Heat, limits the ceiling of this team, especially in the half-court. Take into consideration the fact that the Heat half-court offense has a lot of concerns. This isn't a very great sign. He's not a very good self-creator, which forces guys like Tyler Hero and Kyle Lowry to create more shots. Though they aren't necessarily bad at it, both of them are pretty inconsistent, which makes them not the best options, especially in a big playoff series and big clutch moments. Though Hero has been great since the All-Star break, I want to see how long he can continue this streak because I really don't like his shot diet very much. The Heat having to make guys like this be the primary creators in the clutch is another place where Jimmy's self-creation constraints have been hurting him and the team a lot. This becomes an issue when they play teams like the Celtics, Nets, Raptors, Bucks, which is already 4 possible playoff teams I've named. He's going to have to play against guys with length like Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, Ben Simmons, OG Anunoby, Giannis, and many other guys who can do a good job on the switching scheme a lot of these teams run, which would be Jimmy's worst nightmare. The Heat have been a bottom 5 team offensively during the clutch this year, and a lot of it has to do with Jimmy Butler's play in the situation. He's shooting 29.5% in clutch situations on a team high 2.3 field goal attempts. He's been turning the ball at a relatively high rate while not generating very good looks for the rest of the team in these situations. His lack of self-creation and advantage creation against bigger defenders lowers the ceiling of this Heat team in late game situations because he doesn't provide a lot of spacing value when he's off the ball either. Their only consistent clutch performer has been Kyle Lowry, who's been facing his own issues offensively. The Heat half-court offense is very concerning in the playoffs because they don't have a guy who can produce at a high level when guarded by an elite defender. Jimmy is a great playmaker, but has major limitations as an advantage creator, and this is an issue a lot of teams are going to exploit on a possession-to-possession basis, which is one of the biggest reasons why I'm lower on the Heat than most. Don't get me wrong, their defense is still ridiculous. They're going to be one of the, if not the best defensive team in the playoffs, and Jimmy is one of the, if not the best perimeter defender in the league right now. This gives them a lot of wiggle room offensively. But until I see more from this team offensively, I don't think the defense is good enough with so many good offenses in the East. Bam needs to be more aggressive like he has been in recent games. Tyler Hero and Kyle Lowry need to be more consistent scorers, and Jimmy Butler needs to figure out how he's going to work against length against opposing teams because it's just not going to work in the playoffs. Eric Spoelstra has also been one of the best coaches, if not the best coach in the league this season, needs to get better executing at the end of games. All of these concerns make me not put them in the highest echelon of contenders for the playoffs. With that, we've come to the end of the video. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already.